Alright, well, here we have some cuttings that my dad did, and he's got a pretty cool system actually what he's doing here. So he's got the media right here, and he's got cuttings inside there, and he's got a little plastic over top of it to make a mini greenhouse out of it. And he told me that these guys have rooted out, so we're going to find out right now if they've rooted it out. And if they rooted out, we're going to transplant them into another smaller container. So these were green giants. My dad said he did the cuttings of them about a month ago. So we'll go over it, and I don't want to pull up the roots, damaged roots, so we pop them from the bottom to try and avoid from damaging roots. But he's right, there is some roots growing in these guys. You can see the root right there. That's a root from it. That's pretty cool. That's about what you should see in about a month of time. There is white new growth, and there is some a little bit harder growth to it. It might need a little bit more water to it. So now we're going to take our empty container. This one, there's not a lot of roots to it, so we're just going to make a hole, put the root into it, and then slightly fill back in around it. It is very important that we do not damage the root when we do this. We just want to be very, very, very gentle when we transplant it. And then we're going to take another little cup, one of my dad's inventions, and we're going to make another little greenhouse out of it. That'll help it go into its treehood. So let's do another one of these guys. Since we have 3 pots ready, we'll do 3 of them. And then again, we want to go underneath of it when we pull them up. We don't want to we don't want to grab it by this and then rip the roots out. We kind of want to disturb the soil. It popped right on out. And there's another one. This one's actually a little cooler in that it has callus wood, a real hard callus wood right there, and a whole bunch of roots coming out of it. That's more like what cuttings should be like. Okay, so this is pretty good. See that real white right there? That's what you really want to see. When it browns over a little bit, that other means there's too much oxygen or it's drying out. So we like to see that white to it. Well, anyway, we got our piece right here, and we're gonna do the exact same thing we did before. We're just gonna gently and ever so carefully put soil around it. We don't want to damage those roots since they're so fragile right now. So we're just going to put it just about like that. After we got it done, we'll just put another little cup over it for keeping moisture a little higher. So we got one more container. I don't know where I put it at. Oh, there it is. Here's our last container. So we'll do one more, and this guy here is by himself, so we're going to go after that guy. And he's got a little bit on there. It's not as well as developed as the other one, but there's more roots, more individual roots, but they're not as long. But still fairly good. And we're going to do the exact same thing. Now sometimes you'll have so many roots on it that you can't just plop it in there. Sometimes you'll have to dump half of it out, put the plant in there, and then slowly put the soil around it. But since there's not that many roots on it, we're just going to continue to make a little hole with our hand. Gently put the tree in there so that we don't damage any of those real fragile roots, and we should be good to go. Just a real nice, very light, to make sure we don't damage anything, tamp down. And then we're going to put our cup over it, and our cup might be too small, but we'll get another cup for it. Oh, my dad found a bigger cup. All right. Oh, that'll work. That'll work. So you're pretty much good to go for, I guess, mini greenhouses someplace.
These green giants were planted at the same time that these Norway spruces were planted in the same field. And this gives you an idea how much faster the green giant grows than the Norway spruce. Norways grow very well, but the green giant outperforms it by about a factor of 25%. It grows a lot faster. The Norway is a nice tree because it is deer resistant, and these have been well trimmed to be pyramidal in shape. This is Highland Hill Farm on Route 313 in Fountainville, PA.
When your house is real close to a major highway, you will want the green giants. So call us at Highland Hill Farm for your green giant needs at 215-651-8329.